TV show Scout of the Past. In the previous episode, I'm already somewhere from Poland on my way to Ukraine. These small villages are set up for aid. On the other side of the border, we fill up with fuel, and the army should be waiting for us, and we should travel further with a military escort. Oh, look, refugees are leaving Ukraine. There's nothing here. Scout of the Past. We arrived at the first city on our route, Kovel. Now, I'll have to call and say where we are, and I'll get the coordinates for the next point where we'll be going. In total, we need to travel about 550 km today to the next location. We've agreed to deliver our entire cargo. There's a checkpoint in every town. Right now, well, a person with a machine gun is standing on the bridge. But they aren't stopping us. You just need to slow down. The bridge is guarded separately on both sides. There's a line for the gas station. We've already moved further from the border, and there are even bigger problems with fuel. And here, there's one gas station that still has some diesel fuel. So there's a line for the gas station. They only allow 20 liters of diesel to be filled up, and it seems like there's no gasoline at all. Compared to what it was like 2 weeks ago when I was here, everything has essentially changed now because the traffic lights were still working in the city, life was still going on more or less, and there weren't such queues, and fuel was still freely available here. The lines at gas stations were only there, closer to the front. Now, it's still at least 300 km to the front, but here too there are fuel problems. Long queues of cars are already standing to fill up with fuel. It's good that we have fuel in our tanks. They said that in Lutsk it would be possible to fill up without queues. It should be. And we also have some reserve fuel in our cars, and we'll drive to the final point there at the military base, and they will be able to drive down the road without seeing it in the loops. So, well, then we'll get diesel anyway, so we should have enough for the return trip. And for now, the most important thing would be to reach the final point before curfew. Actually, our travel speed is greatly slowed down by the checkpoints. And again, near this town, not even Lutsk itself, some suburb, and again, there's a checkpoint, and again, we need to stop, and again, we need to show ourselves. Sometimes they come and ask for documents to show where you are going, to whom. We would drive twice as fast if it weren't for those controls. What kind of road signs are on the sides? Occupy or choose, captivity or death, glory to Ukraine. There was one small town, and there were even more motivational posters aimed at the occupiers. The entrance to the city of Lutsk, how it looks, everything is barricaded. We're driving past. Even the billboards are covered with camouflage netting. And one more checkpoint. Well, I can't not film this sign. Road sign. Basically, fuck off Russians. And closer to the front, there are military trucks, a column is standing, armored vehicles. We received instructions to avoid the main roads because we have to bypass the city of Zhytomyr through the forest. Zhytomyr is dangerous and we need to get past Zhytomyr, so we got coordinates. Such a road that, I don't know, the speed here is 40 km per hour, and even that is barely possible, very bumpy. So at every village there are checkpoints, and we are now closer to the front, so it's not enough to just show a passport at the checkpoints. Before, I would show my Lithuanian passport, say I'm driving. And now they are asking to whom, where are you going, what kind of documents, what are you transporting. It's good that I have a bunch of printed documents with me. Everything is okay, only the time is being wasted terribly. The time is being wasted terribly. I put on the navigation. The route to the next point shows 22 minutes on the navigation, but we've been driving for half an hour and we've only reached half the way. And again, a checkpoint. Oh dear, it's already very close. The checkpoints are becoming more frequent. They've set up some kind of headquarters here. I see on the left side, I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but there's a two-story building fortified with bags covered. The Ukrainian flag is hanging. Some camouflaged equipment is standing. I'll drive closer, turn off the camera because you can't film the checkpoint. Well, we've already delivered the first cargo. They came to pick it up. Here are the Ukrainians. We're giving it away with the whole car. We don't need the car. They will reload it further and do something else. I don't know. But this green Ford with all its contents remains in Ukraine. Here comes Kolya. Kolya, come greet the Lithuanians. Hello, Sharunas. Hello, Lithuania. Lithuanians, you are awesome. Thank you for helping us. Glory to Ukraine. Glory to the heroes. Air raid, guys, air raid. Nothing good. I hope we don't get bombed. And we still have to drive and drive. We stopped at one of our intermediate stops. We unloaded one van and left another one with all the things. And while we were loading, it seems that an air raid started somewhere nearby and those sirens started to howl. Wow, so we quickly packed everything up and disappeared from there. Oh my God, how terrible. And it's already dark night. And those sirens, horrible. Okay, we're moving on. There's about an hour's drive left to our next town. We'll see, they'll send us the next point coordinates and we'll probably reach our final destination in a few hours. Damn it, it's a pity I didn't film one awesome scene. Then, when those sirens started to sound, like howling, it seems that the Russians started launching rockets somewhere, and I saw a scene where in the sky the Ukrainian anti-aircraft defense shot down a Russian rocket. Such a boom. Fireworks flashed in the sky. Very impressive sight. Well, yeah, of course, a little scary. Really scary. The road is terribly bad. Even the camera, I can see myself how I'm filming. Everything is shaking terribly, and I think that it won't be possible to straighten or stabilize that video because it's a complete mess. There, they are loading, everything is okay. Well, in short, we got new coordinates. They're coming to meet us. And now we will just drive about 15 minutes on a very bad road, and we have to meet a white Toyota Hilux, which will then escort us to the base, to the actual place, so that we don't get lost anymore. And besides, going through all those checkpoints wastes a lot of time. They should help us without stopping, without checking, because they are some National Guard units. I think if I drove on these roads, I could easily win the Dakar Rally. I wouldn't be beaten if I lived here for another week. So as you see, my lights are at maximum. Look, I'm turning them off. And like that, with normal car lights, those are high beams. Well, it's my white bars. Well, like that, it's still somehow possible to drive. The picture, again, I feel like is going to be bad, but there's no other way. They mad us. We are driving to the base. The base is secret, so everyone has strict instructions to turn off GPS on their phone so that no one can track us. And there will be no calls from the location to anyone, so I don't know how much I'll be able to film there, but the point is that we're going to the place. We'll eat, go to sleep, and we'll do everything else tomorrow because it's late today. It's after 9 and the curfew is from 7 p.m. here, so we can't really move around. But, well, the checkpoints are coordinated. They'll let us through. We arrived at the base. It's dark at the base. We are splitting into rooms. They said very strictly not to turn on the lights in the rooms so that they can't be seen from the outside. Is there going to be a shower? That's nice. Everything is there, right? Hormone base. So there we go. We'll move in, then we'll have dinner. There will be a meeting, then we'll decide what we'll do next. Now it's just registration here, but it's dark, dark. Well, only light from my head, although there is full electricity, but it can't be used. I'll show you what our night base looks like. A corridor, you can't turn on the lights, and here's our room, double. Here's Zidrius. Hello. Martius. And these. Well, there's even hot water. Wow, this is like a hotel. Wow, like in Pripyat, like in Chernobyl. It looks like it, except that there's hot water. Here's our sleeping room. Damn, it's really good, actually warm. Well, I'll put my backpack down, undress, and we'll go eat because I'm terribly hungry. Here's a mirror, only not a mirror for my height. Okay, we're unpacking while our vans are visible, the Scout of the Past van, and we are loading everything into the warehouse, carrying it. We're unloading part of it here, then refugees will come to us here, and then we'll pick it up and see what we do next. Look, we're putting everything, we're putting tactical equipment over there to the side, right? Okay, here's medicine too. They are already assembled here. Tourniquets are inside. These are kits. Shoes over there, you saw, right? You understood what it is. First aid kits, generators. Scout of the Past. We've unloaded some of it. Bulletproof vest plates, night vision optics, and thermal imagers, medical supplies, radios, knee pads, more radios, everything for food preparation, sleeping bags, car stopping spikes. Guys, you know, we brought a good amount of things here. Just look at the number of generators. 1, 2, 3. There's the fourth one in the car and another one in another car. We brought generators here for about 30,000 euros. It's serious. Tactical vests over there. There are knee pads by the wall. Damn, there's a bit of a slight chaos right now. We need to manage, adjust everything because 9 of our cars arrived. We need to distribute and we are reloading things and these generators from one place to another, and we need to pick up those refugees. In short, there are a lot of things to do, a lot of loading. We're loading a lot. Look, this is how it looks. Well, we've already picked up the first refugees. Here they are, sitting in my car. Meet them. What's your names? Julia and Dimitro. Where are you from? From Kiev. Now we are in a city that is better not to mention. We'll give ourselves away. When did you arrive from Kiev? Today. And how is the situation in the capital? The situation is very unstable. There's shelling going on. Yes, the Russians are even shelling us with rockets. It starts from 5 a.m. Russians, bastards. It's okay, we'll beat them. And is there a possibility to leave Kiev now so that people living there would know? Of course, we're dragging. Yeah, but is it free to go, safe? Can you leave easily with a car? It's possible. So guys, know that if you have any acquaintances or relatives in Kyiv, you can pass on the message. It's really possible to evacuate people from Kyiv. The woman was in Kyiv yesterday. Today she is in our car. We are taking her to the base now. Then we'll complete the package and take her to Lithuania. By the way, if you could take care of accommodation, that would be very nice. Now for one piece of news from us. We're driving now. A person who doesn't want to be filmed, but will tell a little about the situation. So let's just give him a name now, that he will be Martinas, although his name is not really like that. We are going to an institution that provides help to all the soldiers. Here are grajdache, who are just citizens, and they guard them, all these important objects. So these are the territorial defense forces. Are we going there now? We're going there. The consignment that was ordered, we will unload it for them because they need everything very badly here. We will not film on the spot because it is very secure. So we'll need to negotiate separately with them on the spot. I'm not even mentioning that city. Now, look, from the first lips, what is needed most? What is needed most? Number one things. Vests, thermal imagers, yes, thermal imagers, then good clothes and good shoes. Military, well, I'd say tactical things, knee pads and so on. By the way, mattresses are not needed anymore, there are plenty here. Food. If the front line does not change for now, then there is no need for food here, but food is needed in the forward lines, which is different then. So they need that military food, military rations, right? Nuts, for example. We brought a ton of nuts, everything is okay. Further, generally all sorts of toys are needed, but the main thing is vests, bulletproof vests. Helmets are not really needed now, right? So thermal images, yes, and also things like power banks, generators, they're also very necessary, very necessary. I understand. So we are driving now. Plus, special medicine is needed for hospitals because I'm not a doctor there. I don't understand those things, but there are all sorts of more serious, fancy things because the hospitals here are very poor. So all sorts of that serious equipment is needed there all the time. Understood. Okay. So, okay, we are driving now to the Territorial Defense headquarters. We will unload one minibus full, which was intended specifically for them. We'll unload some of the frontline stuff, and then we'll drive, right? We, Martinans, we'll drive to where it's hot. We will go where it is hot. We will go to the front. We will see what is happening there. We will try to get to Kiev and see what the situation is there. Guys, there's a fuel line outside. We found one gas station where you can still get fuel, but look what it looks like inside. All the shelves are empty. There's no food, there's nothing. We can't even eat here. Only some crackers and chips left. And Raffaello Sweets, there's not even water. Completely empty. Everything is okay with me. Well, in this place, a rocket fell. Look how the houses around look, people. One house, one more house behind me. Here's another house. A rocket fell here. Well, it hit a residential area directly. So that's it for now, a short summary. We unloaded part of the humanitarian aid we are preparing. Now we will try to get to Kiev and see what the situation is really like in Kiev. How is it possible to take people out of Kiev and deliver humanitarian aid there? Next time we will go directly to Kiev. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment, click subscribe, and be the first to see our latest journeys. And of course, don't forget to support Ukraine. In the next episode, we came to some people in whose yard a piece of a rocket fell. A storage room, disassembled partisan Kalashnikov, machine gun. The bulletproof plates we made still hold up perfectly.